city, where the lights never sleep, where stories get told different. This ain't just a podcast. This is Fame. Welcome to the culture.
It's hard out here, man. Trying to have a studio, trying to keep it open. Niggas wanting free sessions.
You can't have snakes on the set, bruh. This is Frankstown.
Beats, belts, sprays, and bullets. Beats, belts, sprays, and bullets. Beats, belts, sprays, and bullets. Beats.
This is Frankstown.
Yeah, I'm here with Miss Money. You know what I'm saying? She did a lot in the city here. The mic will probably pick you up.
Okay, that's cool right there then.
It's a little, might have to tighten it or something.
That's cool.
But yeah, you know, it was crazy. Like when I seen you, like after all them years, it was like you was on the book, and then I looked up your videos. That seemed like you had like 172,000 views. That's like whoa. Like so, one of my questions is like, you know, for as an artist, you know, myself who got like, I'll have a video with 14 views or some dumb shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, what's your method in like gaining, you know what I mean, gaining subscribers and, you know, getting the views up?
So honestly, really, it's just like marketing, putting into your marketing, like a budget. You know what I mean?
Right.
Putting a budget into your marketing. I think
like YouTube ads and shit like that.
That's definitely an outlet you could go, but pretty much everywhere, like wherever you can put a budget into the market, your music videos, you want to drop a bag on that. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people just get too focused on the image and not the following, and it's all really marketing. It doesn't matter if you're trash. If you got marketing and you got a budget and that's consistent, you'll grow an audience. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I think that's my problem. I was every time I posted a video, I don't know why, I just think organically it's just gonna pop, and it just don't happen. You know what I mean? Like I put in a lot of effort, a lot of work, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to marketing on the internet, I'm super lacking. And like that's part of like why I wanted to, you know, get the podcast going. I got a couple platforms where artists could come and do drops and shit, you know what I mean? And it's like it's crazy because I was talking to my one mans about you know, Pittsburgh hip hop and the state that it's in right now. And he is mentioning like, yeah, you don't hear too many female rappers, you know. So I pulled up 96ers site, you know, was showing them Lady Homie and her niece Jay Lo, and then he goes on YouTube and he types in Pittsburgh rappers, and like this is like the day after me and you booked and your name came up, and I was telling him like, yeah, I got a podcast with Miss Money coming up, and soon as when he typed it up, your joint came up first under Pittsburgh rappers. So it obviously shows that you doing something right. You know what I mean? Like, and me myself for one would like to learn how to, you know what I'm saying, some methods like you're saying, and other artists who might be watching, you know, they need to tap in. And I mean, Miss Money, she's doing it. Like you manage artists and things.
Yeah, like I enjoy for real the managing side. Like a lot of stuff I do now on my music end is really for trial and error. So when I'm helping other artists, I kind of know what'll work and what won't work.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I use myself as
guinea
pig.
Yeah.
And I learned lot by doing that. You know what I'm saying? Cause the worst thing to do is be a manager that don't know what the hell you talking about. And some managers just got different pockets. You know what I'm saying? Like they might not know the educational business side of it, but they have a business tactic to where maybe they're sharp and they could funnel you through certain ways, but your back end ain't gonna be together.
Right.
But they'll get you out there. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
When you say back end, you mean like publishing and shit like that?
Yeah, like your back end, and if they're walking you through, and they can only get you but so far. You know what I mean? And sometimes they can fuck shit up for you too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they can get you that buzz.
I
So
heard, yeah.
after that, it's on you to get to the next level, unless you're okay with being wherever
They
that
put you.
endpoint is at. Right.
So there's a couple people in the city that I think of when you mention manager, because there's a couple dudes out there that is popping, like Hardo and all them. So like Lonnie Syke and even Dion with Grandma, like, so them is names that I think of when you mention managing, and I don't really know what their tactics is and how they're doing it, but I do know like seem like their artists that they deal with is doing some numbers.
Right.
Is it because of them, or is it because like the artists might be trapping and putting their money behind whatever they can offer as well?
So it's kind of hard to answer that because I ain't in the background of it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I know both of those guys are great dudes, and they probably got their own ways. I know there's years ago I've definitely asked Lonnie for tips before. He would be someone I consider a shark.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But even just stepping back in, when you just see how people move, that's easy to learn. The business ain't.
Okay.
So you can sit back and take the back seat and just watch and learn how people move. And I will say, as a manager, you gotta be aggressive, and not like fuck somebody up aggressive, but you gotta be aggressive about your product, right? Because your artist is your product.
Right.
So I look at it like, if you from where I'm from, we come from the streets, we hustle. You gotta be aggressive a little bit. You gotta know how to sell your product.
Yeah. No
If
doubt.
you got good product, you selling that. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Your artist is your za. So if you can't sell your artist, then who's going to sell your
So
artist?
for the old niggas like me, like what's ZA?
That's well, I use that for the young niggas. Like, they call za good weed.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? But if you gotta treat your artist like Melt.
Okay. Right.
You feel me?
Period,
You know
period.
what Melt is.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So-
that good shit,
Yeah. So you gotta treat your artist like Melt.
like the product.
Like the product.
Yeah.
Like it's fire. And you gotta be able to sell that. Even if that motherfucker ain't got no following. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, I just started doing a lot of shit on my own without a label. When I start sitting back and just noticing that our city is trendy and they roll in packs. So there's always a trend, and there's a trend in groups, right?
Right.
Like, if we look back in 2017, I was part of that trend. You had Rich Chicks, that was like my movement.
Mm-hmm.
You had Sko, you had Proc, you had WAP.
Yeah.
That was an era of the city. You had Nizzy, Reese Youngin was doing his thing.
Mhm.
There was
Shout out to all them guys. Matter of fact.
Stunner, like Fed, everybody was doing their thing. And I'll say, like, even after like 2017, a couple of those names really started taking off after. But during that little right there,
Mhm.
if you was making music in the city and you was outside, you had a trend.
Yeah, the
You-
trend.
You was part of a pack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there was even shows where we're all on the shows, and the city was really popping at that time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right now, it's a little different. It's hard to get people outside, and when they are outside, they're not really spending money. That was still an era where there was still money generating in the city.
Okay.
Niggas is broke right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or they're just doing all the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? So I think one artist I've really seen sell off of a show and their name in the city locally, like, was stunning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I've definitely seen him pack a show, and I've seen Bill pack a show, and there's another local cat. His name is something baby, but he's a white dude.
Okay.
He's more like pop.
Oh, for real?
Packed.
Packing, huh?
Weird, different style.
What type of spot did he pack? Was it like a club or?
Anywhere he booked. One place was the Forge Winery in Homestead.
Okay.
He packed that. Pop Baby, that's his name.
Pop Baby. I think I heard of him.
And he packed somewhere in the outskirts. So I'm like, all that just comes with, for real, to me, is authenticity and just marketing.
Okay.
Consistency. You know what I mean?
Because I never I've heard him, but I can't recall a song or anything. But obviously, like you said, authenticity. It's he's doing some marketing. He's got some people with him, and like if he's packing it up, then they're doing something right.
Right. Yeah, I think our city just gets too caught up in that little circle right there. Like, there's a circle.
Yeah, like I was on
everybody's just worried about the look of it. I mean, I guess like as you get more seasoned, you kind of just cool with being in the back and watching the noise and just kind of like maneuvering around that. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, no doubt.
You don't want to be part of the noise. You just want to be part of the chill, part of the vibe. Stay in your lane and do your thing. Quit everybody be getting caught up in all the wrong shit, and that's not pushing you. Like, you don't want to create beef in the music world for real too much.
Which is happening like right now, and it seems like in this city the only buzz right now is if you gotta,
because controversy sells.
Yeah.
And that's cool. Like, I could respect this beef because it's not gonna go that far, I don't think. Right. Just because of their childhood.
Right. They got history together.
Yeah. So
they probably love each other for
right. This is a beef where I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna stay out of it because I fuck with both of y'all.
Okay.
And I don't think I think they know better enough. They're mature enough to just let it stay on the wax, and we could just enjoy it as a listener. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Respectfully, because
we know where it could go.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because we don't want it to go nowhere else at all. So it's just like, as a music listener, you like to hear people spit bars. You like to hear people talk shit.
Period.
It's just like battle rap.
And you like to see how motherfuckers act under pressure.
Yeah, you want to see the delivery. You want to see, I think that's what people were thrilling off of. Not so much of really wanting to see them two go at it at all. Because, right, I felt like our city was actually coming together a little better right now. But, it just kind of is what it is.
Now, you feel like, there is, like my boy was saying, he didn't even know if there was any female rappers in the Burgh, and then he went up and looked up Pittsburgh rappers, and boom, a female rapper pops up first. You think there's like a shortage or some type of, or they ain't getting their flowers enough to,
No, we got female rappers. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Well, what my opinion is, everybody's too fucking emotional.
Too what?
Emotional,
right?
Yeah, like from a female standpoint, that's just my gender. But me looking at our female artists, it's too. They're competing with each other, even if they fuck with each other. Like, internally they're competing.
Yeah. And I mean, like, to be honest,
they fuck with each other.
That's
but
what
they're
bitches
competing.
do, for real. Like,
and that's what I'm saying. Like, as a female, I'm not in that segment. Right. I don't even compete with the niggas.
Period.
It's just like, either we fuck with each other or we don't. I really don't give a fuck what you got going on.
Because you in your own?
Yeah, I'm doing my own thing. If you feel you hotter than me, you hotter than me. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to make music I make. I'm just trying to find my audience. You see what I'm saying? Because my purpose ain't even about me. So I don't give a fuck about what you think. You know what I'm saying? I've clocked in checks by myself.
Period.
I've got book festivals for things that people need managers to go be their mouthpiece for. I've got 20K a festival, 10K a festival. No label. Because I know how to conduct business. You know what I'm saying? And that's really all it is. A lot of artists, they say they did it all alone, but they can't conduct business. They don't know how to talk. They don't know how to articulate an email. They don't know how to send out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've wrote my own press and submitted it to the press.
Gotta be
You see what I'm saying? Like,
multi-dimensional in this.
you gotta elevate
Yeah.
mentally.
Welcome to the culture.
Some people just start stuck in art, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, keep people where they're at, meet people where they're at. But whatever you are, that's what you are. If you're gonna just conduct yourself like an artist, then you need to get a manager.
Yeah. And it's crazy, like as old as like I'm 48, you know, and I'm still fucking with it. I'm about to drop some shit, and I feel like Nas and the Jada Kisses is still holding it down. So like it makes it more tolerable to be older for, you know what I mean, for me to like want to do it still, you know. And like it's as crazy as it may sound, like, you know what I mean, sometimes I'll be like, damn, I need a manager, you know what I'm saying? Like not even just for me. My son, he's over there, he's dedicated, he's just a knucklehead. He's one of them YNs that don't listen. He's at the point where he feel like he know everything. And I got Chef Hayes, he's the the dopest engineer in the city, to be honest. You know, motherfuckers just won't admit it. You know, everybody knows him as far as the producers and the top names. And
I've never heard of him.
I mean, right.
Till you just know.
You should meet him, man. You know, it's like
So I think everybody is their dopest, right?
Yeah.
Because you might be like, hey, he's dope, but I might not like his work on my product.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've learned that there's some engineers you can't tell that to because they get offended. And it's not for you to get offended. I'm not even criticizing you. I just have a sound that I'm looking for.
Right.
And you're not for me.
You ain't providing.
That's it.
Right.
I'm
Right.
not putting you down or anything. You're great. You feel me? I respect the craft because I tried. But this ain't what I'm looking for. You see what I mean? So I think there's different lanes of dope because every engineer is not for every artist.
Exactly. And you're right. You're right. You know, it's like me, you know, I used to record back in the day. Like I said, I met her when I lived at my mom Duke's crib in Monroeville. You came over with Dicker, right? Wasn't his name Dicker?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know
Rio.
what I'm saying? We did some dope ass, we did a dope ass song. You was crazy too back then. I ain't gonna lie.
I ain't gonna
But,
lie. I ain't
nigga,
had no arithmetic back then.
Nigga, you was crazy. You know what I mean?
What year was that?
Had
It
to be
depends what
like
year it was.
06. Cause I moved out. Moved out in 07. So it had to be like, might have been like 06, 05 or something. I'm gonna find the
And you
song.
said I was young hype back then. I was a
Yeah.
baby. I'm telling you right now.
Kinda
I did
had a
not have
No
my
Limit-
flow back then.
Kind of had a No Limit vibe, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I
or
was
Cash
straight
Money
rugged.
type vibe, you know what I mean?
I was straight rugged back then. I just was like gangster rap.
But if I went back and played that CD, that song slapped.
What song was it?
It was I'm gonna have to. I promise I'll dig it out and I'll bring it to the attention sometime in the future. Cause like for real, like you probably would like to hear that shit. Like
Yeah, I
back in the
definitely
day.
got a lot of old records that people sent me that I forgot I was like,
Yeah.
damn. But I enjoy listening to the old music because the cadence, just where we was back
Yeah,
then is just way different than where we at. It's the root. You know what I mean? That's where it started before we got into melodic and
Yeah,
all these different type of auto tunes that's going on. And
Right,
stuff. We
right.
ain't do that. We ain't do all that.
so
Raw.
like I know this was like like I said, I keep bringing up that video. It was 7 years ago or something, but it was kind of like
It had to be on the nefs.
it was on the Neft. You know, you had like there was like a reggae vibe on the hook a little bit when you were singing it. Was that what it was?
Oh, you talking about Miss Parker?
No, it was on the Neft.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
when you were singing on the hook and shit, it was like okay, I kind of feel like there's like a island type of vibe, like a Rasta. It was dope though. I fucked with it.
Yeah, because on the Nef's hook don't have a, it's just raw. But
Okay.
Miss Parker
Might
got
be
an island Rasta vibe.
okay.
It, yeah.
Man, I put that on the Nefs. I remember, I was listening to it, trying to do my research and shit,
Yeah.
like make sure I can pull up some shit. You know what I mean, like I said, I ain't know I had that many views though.
Yeah.
And yeah. So back to what I was saying as far as me recording, Chef Hayes is like, I'll record people now. I'll book a session. Like I got a session booked for tomorrow, but it's like I'll record, but I'll let Hayes come in and mix it because he'll turn the song up way up. You know what I mean? It's like I think, you know, it'd be cool if you fuck with him, if you heard him and you fuck with him, and you know what I'm saying. Where you like you got a studio already that you record at?
No, I'm a super picky, particular person when it comes to recording. Like,
Yeah.
and it's because I'm just one of those, like, when they are like, I've stepped outside and tried, and they're like, yeah, I could do this, I could do that. And when I hear that, because of what I'm used to, I have
Standard.
a very high standard.
Should. As
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
when I get in there and instantly you can't build while I'm spitting,
Mhm.
I'm already
Turned
over it.
off. Yeah.
I'm over
I
it.
feel
So I try not to step in because people don't like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like I'm a different type of artist. I expect a different type of
Yeah, you can't
quality,
treat every artist.
different
They
type
don't
of standard.
They don't sound the same. So you gotta like be able to
Yeah, you
adjust
just want
to their
you just looking for what you looking for. Like
exactly.
So my main person that I go to is like Stevie. We got a
Stevie B.
whole way
Okay.
that we articulate the tracks. He already knows how I am.
Mhm.
I could be in a different type of element and I don't even have to be there.
Right.
So usually I
You
start
know what
with
you're
a
looking for.
no matter what I'm on. You know what I mean? And there's just been things that we've developed that I've researched and I'm like, hey, when you do this for me because I read about this and do this. And he'll go, you know,
Make it
it's just
happen.
like educating each other on
Yeah.
both ends. So it's bigger than just recording. Like
Y'all built a relationship.
there's a science to it. You know what I mean?
There's a chemistry there.
Right.
I get it. I get it.
And I got one other guy, Matt. Now Matt doesn't produce. So with Matt, you go with a beat already. So I could take a beat that I got from Stevie,
Mhm.
and Stevie knows off the rip, I need the stems. I never go to a session with an MP3.
Okay.
To me, if I see an artist do that, automatically I'm just going to deem you a rookie. I don't give a fuck what you can. Who convinced you that you can do MP3s now and it could sound good? Never, because certain instruments need turned down more than others. Certain instruments need turned up. You just cannot mix a good track with an MP3.
Right.
And nobody should ever be saying that, right? But people could do what they want. You see what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Because if your music gets picked for syncing, they want the stems and the master of that track before they give you some bread. And if you don't have those things, they're wondering
What the fuck are you
what
doing?
the fuck are you like, you know?
Yeah.
So and that's what I mean by there's levels, but sometimes you can't tell people shit. And I don't argue with artists.
Mm-hmm.
Because I started as an artist, so I get it. But it's like if somebody's trying to educate you on something, you don't want to hear it, cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Especially
let you be
because
right.
they probably don't even know that, like, the difference. Like, it's so much more crispier when you get the stems and break it down. Like, for those who might be watching, don't know what she's saying. She's talking about, like, the MP3. You know, we come in the studio, artists come in, they'll bring a beat, you know, on MP3. Not even on Wave, you know, Wave format. We'll bring an MP3, and the whole beat, the drums, the piano, everything's all on that same track. But if you bring the stems, now we can tweak that piano, tweak that snare, because they're going to both be on the mid level, frequency, and you got to split those. You know what I mean? So she's right. You know what I mean? And I think it'd be niggas' budgets. You know what I mean? Because for real, the
Stems
engineer,
ain't a lot though.
but the engineer don't mind doing it, but it takes more time in the studio, and they be wanting to come in and just drop shit and be.
But I feel like, so see, that's the thing. My one engineer, he's not recording you if you don't have stems. I respect that because it makes you have to step up. Like, how are they going to learn if there just has to be a level of, if your toddler won't do something and you're like, well, that's because they can't, but they can't. So you have to figure out a way of reinforcement. You know what I mean? Because how you going to learn? Then it'll become a habit, and it's to learn for the better, because you as the engineer, this is your product too. So if you're working with an artist that you feel is dope, then you need to set a standard for that artist. Exactly. And they'll thank you later. You see what I'm saying? They might not get it now, but it's like, oh, you don't got the budget, then you're not even ready to be right here then. Mm-hmm. Because why are you wasting your budget to half-ass? You feel me? Yeah. Wait till you get a couple more dollars. Mm-hmm. Go pay for them stems. Mm-hmm. You can get good stems now for there's producers for $200. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah. Pay that $200. Save that $60 you just paid the bad at beat for a high wave file. Wait a little longer. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Get the stems. Come back and see me. Because now, me as an engineer, now when I say I'm the best, I'm about to show you why I'm the best. You see what I'm saying? Right. Because you're only as good as your leader. And the engineer is one of the most important people on the track outside of the producer. Exactly. The artist could be ass. Mm-hmm. If you have a good producer and a good engineer, they could put you to the beat. They could make you sound how you need to sound. They could turn you into a whole different person on that track and find your sound. You need an engineer that helps you develop your sound. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Yeah. You put out with as much as you can, but that engineer and that producer is going to help develop the track. It doesn't stop. It doesn't end with the artist. It just starts there. Exactly. So in between that relationship, somebody has to hold somebody accountable. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's like, and back in the day, used to have that. It was called artist development. People aren't developing artists no more. It's just all about
no more A&Rs,
the money, the hours. And I'm like, if I was an engineer, I wouldn't want an artist coming to me with a wave beat, because that's taken away from what I could do for you. They can't even hear what I could really do. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Because you keep coming to me with wave files. So let me help you, because you may not know. Mm-hmm. And if you say you don't have a budget, then you're not even ready to be right here, because why are you making music and you're not financially ready? Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? You're just gonna make this track and go upload it? That's wrong right there. And that's what they're doing. And it's like there's people that are developing, and I'm telling them right here, like, yo, you could be great, but there's a process for this. Quit rushing, do it right, unless you have a following. You know what I mean? If you already have a following, you can drop records quick. Right. But even those artists still want polished tracks. Exactly. It's regular to them. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's why I like dealing with producers that mainly like Stevie, because he builds the beat for you right there. So you'll never hear my beat on YouTube, because it was made to me. Right. Around my vocals track. On the spot. Okay. And we finished that record in 20 minutes. I've heard engineers say they could build spot on. You get in there, I'm singing the hook, and they can't even figure out the tempo. Right. I'm like, I don't consider that being able to build on spot. Build on spot is we in sync. Mm-hmm. This is where I'm at. You here with me? Mm-hmm. I need you to find that melody first, and I could go crazy off of that, and then you go add one or two more instruments, and we develop the track together. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why I said, like, I'm very picky. Yeah. And they don't do it like that no more. That's definitely, high-end
artistry right there.
Right. And I'm like, my other guy, he don't produce. I wish he made beats because he's sick with the
Matt.
engineering though. Yes, white boy.
Where's he at?
He's out New Kent.
Okay.
He's fire. Listen, when he engineers, he pulls out a calculator and breaks down the math. That's how critiqued he is when he's putting your vocals into them pockets.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't even know what he's mathing up. Is it for
Well,
frequency or is it for
so it's like I think like keys, notes, beats, making things align and making sure it snap right.
Yeah.
And you know, he went to school for that.
All right.
Engineering is all about numbers.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Putting things together. It's critical.
Math. There's definitely math involved.
So, but he gives you a sound that you ain't even know you had. I'm like, ugh. Like, he gives me a sound to the point I'm comfortable with him not making beats. Because his engineering skills gives you a sound that you like, damn.
Okay.
I like that sound.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, that's the difference between, okay, I could bang with somebody that don't make beats if they're an engineer.
Right.
But
right.
you gotta have a standard for yourself. Because now that means you're going to help develop in my sound. Mm-hmm. So can I walk away happy? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. That's the shit.
Welcome to the culture.
So there's different things, you know what I mean? When you move around, you try out different people. Yeah, all this shit is.
Hayes and him and Stevie B got an album together.
Yeah.
Chef Hayes' album, him and Stevie B did it with Mike Tomlin. Hayes was with Mike Tomlin. They was homies. Tomlin will be up here, you know what I mean? Because him and Chef Hayes was Tomlin and Hayes, T and H and shit. That was their crew. You know?
Okay.
Stevie B fucked with him. But yeah, so music is powerful here in the Burgh. We got mad talent, not just music, but we got, you know, I filmed a movie up here with Brett Allen from UWeb TV Productions.
Okay,
it's in the editing phase right now. Shout out to Brett. I got a game show that we filmed.
Okay.
Reality show. A couple of them I'm working on. Like one of them I'm gonna bring up because you know, and it's crazy. It's the wintertime. It's hard right now for me as far as the contracting goes because all my work is outside. I do patio enclosures and decks and fences. Now I will do some floors. I like doing floors, and my kitchen and bathroom game ain't really up as far as speed.
I get that because I'm a finisher.
Yeah, as far as speed because I don't do that a lot.
Right.
But
you know how.
Yeah, yep. So I was going to ask you because I noticed that you're out building and you're doing big things with that. So can you tell us about, you know, your contracting and all that?
Yeah, so, you know, like I've always had my own companies. I just got into the more corporate side of the trades because I was doing it on the side. You know what I mean? Okay. I kind of inherited that skill from my mom and dad. Mm-hmm. My dad built shit from the ground up. So to me, that's another part of art that I like. Mm-hmm. I got every part of art but drawing. I can't draw shit. You get some stick figures out of me. Yeah. I'm not a drawer.
Now there's AI, so
you know what I mean. But when it comes to things with my hands, vocals, that's me. But yeah, the contracting, like do like a lot of drywall work, some repairs, stuff like that. Yeah, I'm good at that, and I'm good at getting contracts. Like I'm more of a business person. I could put the business together and run it, but I like creating opportunities for people to have jobs. I like creating financial lanes for people that could be long term. Well, and especially those with backgrounds, because you know some of us as felons, we know what it's like, and that's why I say like. It comes to a point in this music where you gotta figure out what your mission is, what's your end goal. And as you get older, you can't be running around rapping like a YN. To me, that's just like when I see older people still doing it, I'm like, oh no, I'm turning you off because you're not even setting the right example. bro, this is not it. Like,
Thank you.
if you not out here, there's a way to be. I'm gonna say like artists like Jeezy. They still who they is, but they talking that shit. It sounds like a grown man's rapping.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna listen to that.
Mm-hmm.
But when you a grown man and you sound like a YN, I'm turning you off. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
So I feel like mental wise, there comes a point where it just makes sense. It gotta make sense. It's not saying don't dim your craft down, but as a person, you gotta want to polish yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? If you look and you like, damn, I'm still rapping about the same shit I was doing 15 years ago. You gotta self-check. It's all about you. And it's if that's where people's at, like, that's fine. But I'm saying, like, what I look for, it's like, nigga, you a grown-ass man.
Look, and they ain't even
Talk that shit. You got something to say. Like, talk that shit so I can understand you.
Right.
Because we're going to be your demographic. But talk it to where they going to vibe out. So the youngins is going to vibe out with the beat.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to talk that shit, but you got to talk in smaller bars. Because, you know, we spit back then. 16s.
Mm-hmm.
3/16s all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
Can't 3/16s these no more.
2 minutes is pretty much average on a song.
You got to tell a Dr. Seuss story, but you can make it make sense because we come from art.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know. It just come to a point for me like that. Like, you could talk about the women as hoes and all of that, but it's the way you do it now. Cause grown ass man, it's the way you talk about it.
Just the way you talk about it.
Listen how Pac used to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a flow, there's a way to do it now. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like that's where you step back and be like, yo, this ain't gonna last a lifetime. So if I keep making music like this, I might have to keep making music and hoping it's a hit. Cause I'm not making hits.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making drops. And what I mean by that is it's here now and it's gonna drop tomorrow. The way that the system rolls now.
Right.
And the attention span.
Mm-hmm.
People ain't making music that's longevity.
They making music for
They
today.
making drops, not hits. A hit is always gonna be a hit. You feel me?
I feel you.
Ho, you could throw an old Ho CD on. You could throw an old Nas CD on. There's culture, there's hits on there.
Mm-hmm.
There's drops and there's hits. You see what I'm saying? You could grab an old Foxy Brown, Lil Kim album where they niggas was rapping. And that's always gonna flow. But this new shit, once that's done, people don't even be remembering. Like, what?
Right.
Lil Baby who? They're not making hits. They're making good quality music. It's good quality. It sounds good. It's triggering the brain to be addictive.
Yeah.
But once it's played out, like, your brain's tired of it. You don't even want to play that no more.
Right. Like,
you feel me?
I really ain't even. I hear of them, and I can't really name a song though, like a Lil Baby song or a Baby song.
Right.
And
or if you ever forget, just look up Baby, because they got a song called Baby.
the same
and
day,
they both on it.
the same day, my man's pulled up your video, and we scrolling through, and we watched one of. Is it Baby or Lil Baby? Anyone. The video was dope as hell.
They probably both. Oh, that was the Baby.
Yeah, the band. That video was dope as hell. But
The Baby, yeah.
you know, but so like me, I don't even know. Like, if you ask me who am I listening to, I might pull out. I might try to listen. I might try to listen to Kanye or J. Cole, just cause what their vibe is. They ain't like, they're more on some grown man shit, like you're saying. But like, so who you listening to right now when you?
I listen to frequency sounds.
Frequency sound.
Yeah.
What you mean by that?
So if you frequency sounds, like, there's different frequency sounds. It's literally just like sounds. I'll have to pull it up.
Like, when you say that, I'm thinking like, you know, when you going to sleep, somebody got like rain.
No, that's rain sounds. Frequency sounds is like it just puts out the frequencies like
The way the internet used to turn on.
Hold on, I'm gonna show you. Like, just be like, oh, hold on. It's in my, be shit like this. Was in my glasses. It's just like real chill.
Yeah.
No water or nothing though.
Yeah.
You feel
Calm
me?
and serene, them type of sounds that you gonna hear in the massage.
Cause I'm a manifester, so I'll turn on certain frequency sounds, put out my thoughts manifest, and 100% of the time that shit happens. So that's what I be on, and I do that when I record music too. That's what I mean. Like one of the things that I've looked into, and when I go to Stevie, I'm like, you gotta put this frequency in my music, and you gotta do it like this because it sends out a certain signal. But you gotta know how to use it when you're writing too.
Yeah. That's deep.
It's a science. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
deep. I ain't think of that.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, music is deeper than what people think. You gotta watch what you saying on that wax.
Yeah. No
You
doubt.
definitely
for sure.
manifesting everything you motherfucking saying.
Look.
It's real. Your words are real.
Look, man, my son, he is not that dude that he raps, and I try to like get
He'll
him, I try to get
become
him out
that,
of
though.
it, but and he's
That's the
becoming.
thing.
He
He'll
is
become
becoming.
it. And it's because words are real. And I'm gonna tell you, that's why I'm like, I be on something different. You gotta watch what you put out, because you'll bring it in. You
And the
feel me?
the energy that you be around too, you know.
Oh,
Like,
definitely. So,
you know?
and I'm an energy person, so I'm a high vibrator. So I gotta watch who I let around,
Yeah,
because I'll fuel people, but you
Okay.
want to fuel the right people,
right.
because then I gotta go dump the energy that I took from them. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's real, and that's why when artists have that down spurt, they need to be about around high frequencies, and other creators that are at a high frequency and not the lows.
Yeah,
Because it'll bring you right back up out of that funk, that writer's block, that we all go through it as creators. It's natural.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Even being on the business side, naturally I'm a creator. You go through that. And you just need to basically position yourself around the right outlet of people so you can get out of that funk. Because
Right.
something around you has bring you there,
Yeah.
whether it's your thoughts, whether it's your people you hanging with.
Mhm.
If they always complaining or got something going on, that's going to change your whole frequency around you.
Yeah.
So you need to reset that. But a lot of people can't even recognize what's going on because they're so caught in it. Even on my Facebook, sometimes I'll go through and be like, why am I still friends with these people? But I don't want to seem like an asshole.
Because when you,
But it's just like,
yeah, I get
I'm
it.
looking for something else. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. People don't even know,
Looking
like,
for the doers, not the sayers. So
exactly. Like,
Just
I
get
don't
that.
even think there's folks could even live without their Facebook for a day. Like,
I could. I'd be taking that shit off
Yeah.
my phone all the time.
yeah, I feel like crazy. Like, if I forget my phone at home, I feel free.
I feel free as hell. I'd be
Yeah,
like,
feel free.
fuck that phone.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, I'd be like, damn, I left my phone. I'd be like, fuck it.
Like, it's crazy. We used to use the map to
We
get to
used to
jobs and
use-
shit. Niggas don't know how to read maps. Niggas don't know how
No,
to.
we used to use synchronization. When I say that, we knew where our friends was. We didn't have cell phones.
Right.
I didn't have cell phones.
But we knew where they was at.
But we knew where they was at. And that's what these are taking away. Synchronization, being in tune. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
And they don't even get that. I'm like, yo, when we used to go to school, we go home. You could be home for 1 hour. Some people needed 2. Everybody had different things they had to go check in at home.
Mm-hmm.
But when we came back outside, nobody had cell phones. And we was in sync enough to know where each other
Where
was.
everybody was at.
And that's all we needed. And there's not that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's because these have created a separation from the reality of being in tune, socializing, communication. It's like in the way.
Yeah.
And people think, well, it's just no, it's real. Y'all don't even go outside. Y'all can't even connect. Y'all not connected.
Right. They're in
Y'all
the
are
crib.
disconnected.
Yeah, they're disconnected. The
You're
kids
so
don't go
low.
out.
You know what I
I
mean?
mean, that's part of why they don't know where to find each other at, because they're
Lost
at.
without their phone.
Yeah. There's nowhere for them to
Just
go.
like, yeah, we ain't come from that era. Like, I'm still in sync. You know what I mean? I'm A-okay without that motherfucker.
Yeah. Actually better without it. You know what I mean?
This motherfucker right here.
Gentrification in disguise, cuz. This ain't Coachella. This is Frankstown.
Because it makes you start, it strengthens that muscle that, you know,
You're
we
not
didn't let you
using.
go to sleep.
Exactly.
But we got it. They don't even have, theirs ain't even sleep. They never used it. You know what I'm saying? They never had
So
to.
it's dormant.
So they just imagine what percentage of the brain they're not using because they wasn't even born using it. We were, at least.
Even the simple thing is writing in cursive type shit.
Yeah, now they're
you know?
now they're trying to bring it back. And I'm like, everything with music has to do with your life. So that's why I can respect the way that the YNs create music, because they creating what they know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But then there is some younger artists, you could tell that their upbringing's different. Their dialogue's different. Their mental's different. Their beats are different.
Yeah.
Their frequency's different. You don't even know they're existing because you're listening to this frequency. That's another reason why I stopped listening to rap. When it starts hitting the brain so much, it's just like it's beating you dumb. When you start listening to other music, you start feeling a little more empowered. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What I'll do is I'll just roll in silence and just let
That too,
let
that's
that.
fire.
I mean, I try to hear God. You know, like, and I think sometimes I don't hear it because I'm listening too strongly for it, and I'm thinking like I'm putting this shit in my head that I'm wanting to hear. You know, so I don't know sometimes if it's me, or if it's God, or if it's both of us. Because I mean, I truly believe that we is all, you know, God in us.
we're all one.
Yeah.
No, we are God.
Yeah.
I mean, people get upset, but we're the gods, and it's the universe to me.
Yeah.
Everybody has what they had, but I'm like, it's the universe, the spirituality, everything's a spirit, and then we're gods.
Right.
Because we're here to tell our story, and we script it, we write it. That's what the last gods did. They wrote their story. People worship, people praise. Everybody's a god. But nobody's above anybody. Some people just figure out who they are and learn how to use it more than others, which can make them appear above. You know what I mean? But nobody's above.
Right.
So
So
that's all. There's just even certain conversations you can't even just have with people, and they be older than you, to the point you'll get to talking, and you'll think you're about to be on some business with them, and you be like, yeah, you're not even there.
yeah, and it'd be like,
Mentally, you're just gone.
yeah,
So,
it's so many times where somebody's trying to tell me what to do, as far as not what to do, but what I should do.
what you should
And
do.
I'm like, so if I should have did this and you know so much, well, why you ain't do it?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't let people
Dictate.
That's a good word. What I do, like, this was a crazy thought. Like, I don't know what made me even do this. You know, we got the space. I got the space.
Right.
And it started out just, you know, one big, you know, 1,500 square feet up top, 12 down bottom. And I just framed it all in with, you know, I ain't even really have help.
Different room.
Yeah, I ain't have help but for a couple days.
Okay.
So I built the walls. You might notice they're a little crooked because, like, I had to build them in 4-foot sections and stand them. I couldn't stand the whole 8-foot, 10-foot section of wall.
Hey,
That's
it still look good though.
So yep, this was all just like from the wall.
So you made homemade vents.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just so we could smoke in here and
Right.
shit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
All the electric. I just recently the most recent thing I did was run these HDMI cords over to the control room. So if we were going live, they could be switching from the camera.
You grab
to
it
the
or lease it?
studio. I leased it. Yeah,
I only
with
asked because
intention
I
to
would,
buy.
I would
Yeah.
ask him
I want intention
to
to
take
buy.
the rent down. He did so many modifications on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fair
And
exchange.
it was like, I was like out on like I don't know, I was just tunnel driven, and it was a bit much. It kind of overwhelmed me after a while, especially like I said, this winter time is crazy. I ain't expect it to be so. I would do some work even though it's wintertime, but all that just was nobody was having you out there. Like who was in the right mind?
Oh, but it's dope in here though. Like these are good for listening parties. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's a lot you could do with this.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
want to show you the one, like I said, over there on that side is my studio. You got Hayes' studio on that side. My son, he got a pre-production. He's in there just recording himself in across the
At
hall.
least how many of these blocks do you have?
There's about upstairs. There's 5, well 6.
never,
Because the barber's out front. He got a.
Lease the space out.
That's what I
like
do.
each room?
I do lease the space out, but it's just hard to find people who's serious. Like people will keep inquiring how much for the room, how much for the, and I only ask.
So you know what I do? I would just the marketing side of me.
Yeah.
Get a couple rooms that are just the space. Just make the walls fresh white paint, nothing in them,
Mm-hmm.
and put a nice little video ad up. Say the square footage like this by this
Mm-hmm.
for rent, and I would run ads. I wouldn't be worried about who's on my timeline
Right.
promoting it. I would put it out there to the mass.
Run ads like on.
Facebook, Google.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Facebook, Google. What's the other one?
Indeed. No.
You could do Indeed. No, but there's one on Yelp.
Yep.
And I would just run a nice ad, and I would put space available, and don't even just put music things because then you box it in.
Right.
Just say space available for monthly rent, daily. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Create your own space. That's what I mean. I'd be like, create your own space.
Create your own space.
Create your own space. Available for monthly, daily rental agreements. And I would run that. And if you have different size rooms,
Mm-hmm.
I would do one for each one that's different size. Like if you got a 12 by 12, a 24 by 24, and I would put video carousels and run those.
Right.
And let people that are really interested inquire. It's like getting away from the norm of people that are surrounding you. Don't worry about them because they know what you have already.
Mm-hmm.
They know you have this. If they want the space,
They would have got
you.
it. Yeah,
They would have got it.
Yeah.
So it's like no need to keep talking to the same people. But when you start feeling it with strangers, then people are like, oh, I forgot you. They didn't forget.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
I get it.
There's too many people out here. You can get 2 or 3 people in that space, but it's just doing it the right way. Like you gotta think about it when McDonald's is putting out a new meal, Wendy's is putting out a new meal. Do they post to you on Facebook?
No.
How do you see it?
Right.
How do you hear about their new product? What they do?
Commercials on TV or
Why aren't you doing it? You the same business. You business just like them.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I'm saying that because that 100K video you seen, that happened when I start running ads and campaigns. Like, I seen the difference from doing the same thing, and I seen the difference when I put a bag into myself.
Mm-hmm.
When I put that bag into myself, I didn't just drop it. I had went to marketing school online, completed it. Everything they told me that I learned, I did it step by step. Tedious as hell. One man, me. I had a budget in mind like it taught me, a format. Now, I didn't go for music marketing, but marketing is marketing.
With marketing.
So I took what I learned, I did that, put that bag into myself, and then the other thing I did was me and 2 of my guys, we bought Polo G. right?
Okay.
We all pitched in, but they let me run the marketing show. I told them everything we was going through. They followed my lead. Nobody argued. Nobody had a sad opinion. We agreed. I wrote out the plan. It was like a 5-page plan because I'm taking what I learned in school. I'm fresh. And I'm like, I'm going to try this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
What's Polo G, by the way?
Polo G, the rapper?
Oh, Polo G. See, that's another rapper that I haven't got familiar with. But
At this time, he was just popping. So we got him on this come up before he
Okay.
blew up all crazy.
Okay.
So I'm like, and I didn't know who he was.
Okay.
But I learned part of the marketing is, you survey. So I was like, okay, I don't know what artists are really biting because I was too caught in my own sock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I ran a survey. I asked City, what artists would y'all want? They answered. But I ran the poll a certain way. I ran it how I was taught from school. How to do the ad. How to put the campaigns together. How to do the testing. When they go back and draw back. And when the results aren't getting what you want. You feel me?
Yeah.
All this shit is tedious. But I'm like, I took this pay for the school for a reason. I'm tired of doing it like this. Just posting. There's a way. Because they're successful businesses. What are they doing?
Yeah.
This is what they're doing. You know what I mean? I seen the results. Polo G sold out by 10 o'clock. You feel me? Doors ain't open till 9. The event was packed at 10. Sold out. They had to call the owner of the establishment. We did it at the Galaxy because the bottles ran out.
Mm-hmm.
They needed more security. There was no parking. When he came, that's my boy. He was like, yo, I'm sorry. We ain't know who that was. When you told us you was bringing an artist, they ain't know who he was.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know who he was. But I knew I marketed it. I knew I paid a couple stacks for him. I knew that I paid y'all $800 for this space.
Yeah.
I knew that I put out $2,500 into marketing.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew that I was trying to make my bread back.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
As an establishment, what I learned from them is don't worry about what don't got nothing to do with you. If somebody pays you for your space, treat that night like any other night. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Just because you don't know something, if you hold integrity to your business and you want your business to be treated top tier, always be top tier. It don't matter what somebody's booking if you don't. That don't have nothing to do with you. They book your establishment. So make your establishment be the place that people want to book. If 5 motherfuckers is in here, they paid you. So your job is to make this establishment the best establishment tonight. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that taught me that if I ever had an establishment, never pick and choose when I'm going to make the night great. Always have my night great. So always have enough security. Always, you feel me?
Yeah.
So you just learn from watching other things that people do.
That's a joy. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Cause like for real, it's exactly what I was just getting to. Like the one space downstairs where I got set up. It's another podcast area, and it's gaming and streaming for the young dudes to come in and get out of the way. You know what I mean?
Right.
I call it a safe space, but it's like not much motion going on down there. So it's like I know people like these guys who's actually literally leasing the space to cut hair, and they could go down. They could use that as their barber. I got a barber out front. They could be down there, and they podcast as well, so they can use the space to podcast and cut hair, and they can leave the spot where they're at. Where, it's like perfect timing. Their lease is just about up, so I just gotta stay on it and stay in.
Tell you, your number one friend is gonna be marketing.
Marketing.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's your number one friend.
And I'm taking I'm gonna watch this video and everything you say. I'm going. I'm going to look. You know what I'm saying?
Like
definitely try to step my shit up.
You know how they'll be like, who inspired you to do music?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, for a while, I never had like a inspiration for real. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to business, if somebody be like, what inspired you or what helped you to make business better? I'll tell them other businesses, seeing other businesses and doing my homework and watching what they do. Because when they have successful events or when their products are successful, they didn't come ask me to buy it. They didn't knock on my door. They didn't post on my wall. They didn't DM me. What did they do? They spent money on ads, and all these things are available to all of us. They have a budget. Now, they might have $1 million budget, so they see the masses quicker. Then that's cool. We just have a smaller budget, so you got to run ads longer. You know, they might have 80K and they drop it and run that ad for 3 months. They gonna hit a lot of people quicker. You might not have 80K to drop for 3 months, but you can drop 250 every month and still hit millions of people and run that ad for a year. You feel me?
Right.
But you're gonna get results in that year. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's really all it is. It's just keeping your face in front of the people. Quit worrying about the people that you know seeing it. They already know you. We're in a world full of billions of people that people is just okay with following you if you just authentic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it don't matter. It's just like you gotta know your purpose. Like, even me, I like fashion. So there'll be sometimes I'll just get dressed, go do a nice photo shoot, drop a picture. That picture goes crazy because naturally I like fashion. That's a purpose. So guess what happens when I drop a nice ass weird photo? Brands DM me, hey, we'll give you $500 to post this and some free merchandise. Just made a nickel because I want to get dressed. Like, it matters the things you post, how you post them. Treat everything quality. Everything you post should be quality. Because that shows who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Period.
That's
You got
just like
Miss
a
Money,
movie.
man. She dropping jewels for us. I hope y'all watching. I hope y'all listening too, you know, and, you know, taking heed. You know, we learn from mistakes that we make. Real shit. You know, I make mistakes still, and I'm learning, you know, and I just learned a few things from my man today. Miss Money. You know, let's get it. You know, you at the FAMEPGH podcast. We out.
We out.
Yeah, that was the shit though. Like, I already knew, like, you got a lot that I could learn from you.
Yeah, I know a lot. I just be chilling. You know what I mean? Because I've took artists, I've put bread into them, I've offered to put bread into them, and some people are just competitive. And sometimes you want to sit down and just ask them, like, if I came to you and said I was going to put money into you, why the fuck are you competing with me?
Right.
You feel me? That right there lets you know that I have no reason to compete with you. And maybe I know or see something that you don't. You get what I mean? But some of them will go back to a comment you made. And there's good and there's bad to that comment. But I get it on both sides. And that comment was, if you ain't doing it, why would I? Or you ain't there. It kind of goes with people be like, oh, well, they ain't there, so why would I listen to them? And I'm going to say this because, all right, in this music business, there's a lot of people bringing in a nice 7 bands a month who not famous. They not famous. They not even on the radar. But they bringing in 7K a month.
7K sound nice.
Right?
Yeah.
Who wouldn't be happy with just 7K a month off your craft?
Off your craft.
But we're not gonna say nobody knows you. People know you, but maybe people around you don't even know what you doing. You feel me?
Yeah.
But you drop knowledge to them, and they want to say, "Well, why you ain't even?" And you like, "How you know I ain't figured something out?" Like, and I tell the people, like, So a lot of people don't know I was signed over in France, right? First artist to be signed internationally.
Okay.
So while people be on there screaming, I'm doing this overseas, I'm like, I been did that. I'm just not a boasting person. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I been seen that. I ain't just go to France. I'm signed with a French label where they speaking French and African because the label was owned by Africans.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And they have some of the biggest artists internationally on the label now. You know what I'm saying? Like the one head guy is the head of Atlantic in France. So I'm just like, people don't know what you do because everybody's not boastful about it. The first artist to get an advance in euros. You feel me?
Period.
I bring them euros back. It was like 42 cents on a dollar. So €1 was $1.42 here. Conversion.
Oh, okay.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just be sitting like, they don't even be knowing what you did. They don't know how many songs you done sold your publishing to and got bread for. Because you just learned different parts of the game.
Right.
To the point it be like, a show? Man, fuck that. I don't even need to go do a show. Let me try to make this record, not release it, and see if I could pitch it here in the background. Because a lot of companies don't want the record if it's released. People don't know that though, but they keep dropping shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they know everything. So I mean,
You hear that? Don't just be dropping shit. You know, you gotta keep some shit exclusive. Get them motherfucking stems, man. When y'all come to the studio. You know, Hayes say it all the time, you know, but y'all niggas don't be listening, you know. And me, I just, you know, I do what I want. But I should get more. I should break the stem down too. I used to back in the day when I was the Spuck LP and all that shit. But it's kind of like I just kind of like, went with the flow with everybody.
If you're doing mixtape remix shit, you don't need the stems. You just need to make sure that wave is high quality. When I say mixtape mix shit, is like doing a beat that's already industry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you about to go re-record over Dreams and Nightmares, no, you're not gonna have the stems. That's mixtape level. Because that's a
beat though.
But if it's a beat and you got a hit record and you feel like that's the one, you need the stems.
You need them stems.
You need to have the stems. Like quit wasting your time. You know what I'm saying? Quit spending a nickel on a video. I don't know how much y'all spend on y'all studio sessions, but I'm gonna tell you right now, if you only walking away with a record that you recorded for $150, I'm gonna tell you right now that record is trash. And I don't mean the song. I mean you didn't invest in your mixing and mastering. You're not walking away with a quality track for $100.
Bring them stems, man. All right? We want them stems. We want you to let us show you how we can really make it sound. You know, like she's right. We don't get a chance to show our craft because we just putting some drops and some filters and things like that. Like, I mean, it's cool for the, you know, for the mixtape shit. But when you dropping an album and you got a quality song, bro, you really do want them stems, man. And quit sampling all the time.
And quit. Let me tell y'all something. I'm about to say this. Quit only posting your music on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok and thinking that's it.
You gotta run them ads.
I see artists say,
I'm guilty of
I
that.
got 100K and I ain't even pay for promotion. You sound stupid. Because labels, established artists have millions of followers and they still pay for promotion. So don't say that like that's not a flex. It's great that you got it, but it's like
it's kind of stupid.
All right, so why wouldn't you keep pushing it? It sounds kind of
it's common
ignorant.
sense. It's common sense though. Like if you got a business you want to promote, like everybody got to pay for advertisement. So I'm not any different than McDonald's, like you said. I mean, Wendy's and all them. So if they doing it, why ain't I doing it?
Right. Treat
Makes
yourself
mad
like the
sense.
brands treat themselves. Everything, everybody is a brand. Invest in yourself. Quit waiting for other people to invest in yourself. I don't care if you only got $10 a month. Run ads with that $10.
You hear
Keep
that?
running ads. You only gotta run a ad for $1. You
Just
know?
continuous. You don't gotta jump into, run that ad for as long as you can, and like study the demographics, like she said. Like you mentioned that a while ago. Like as far as like you did she went to school though, so we gotta tighten up our business shit. And if not, just hit her up. What's your you got like your IG or something?
Yeah, everything's IG's Miss Money Official _ or marketing website is loanagency.com, I think.
Yeah.
And that's law of attraction marketing. So
Live from the heart of the city, where the lights never sleep, where stories get told different. This ain't just a podcast. This is Fame. Welcome to the culture.